Yo, what's happening, y'all? This is B Jizzle of the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Welcome to the number one LA Clipper podcast out there. We want to first give you guys a shout out, LA Clipper fan, LA Clipper Nations, for being here. Share this podcast with your family and friends. They will not be disappointed, but let's get it popping.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way. Cause I took control of things. Ballin' the solo way. And if you pattern my trend, I make you my protege. Slossin' that soldier race. Niggas don't know them days. Take you in back of the buildings. Make you expose your rage. Take you across the tracks. Make you explode the face. Now you official now. But you got a soul to say. I just been cooking that new. I'm about to drop in the few. Think if I call it the grand, the people gon' call it the truth. I ain't really trip on the credit. I just paid all of my dues. I just respected the game. Got my name all in the news. Tripping on all of my moves. Quote me on this, got a lot more to prove. Remember I came in this bitch, fresh out the county with nothing to lose. Don't do this for nothing. No. Wanna count on you, but I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all. You, but my money ring, that you do, all year long. So I don't do this shit for nothing.
Rolling up some good, going up till we get faded. You know how we do it. Everybody take a flex on me. I got the keys to the city. I don't need no limousine. I turn up when I pull up and tell my booking agent book a show. Running around with the paper bag, running around with the paper bag. Going crazy spending all this cash. Going crazy spending all this cash. If I spend it, I'ma get it back. Even when I ride around dirty, a nigga don't need a seatbelt. A nigga don't need a seatbelt. Nah, it don't cost to keep it real. Run up, get done up. Shit can get real. Fuck around and get your ass right. Nigga, fuck around and take your shit. Got you asking God why. Drag your ass into an alley. Pull out aim for the target. Should've never been around the killers. In my town, we the fucking realest. No cheddar bars round here. I get the spray and they gon' get down. Ski mask over my face. Catch a body in broad day. Catch a body in broad day.
I got the key to the city. I got a hold of Shadiddy. Talk to that bitch in Swahili. Tattoo my name in graffiti. Whack out your hood in graffiti. Come through your hood on the weekly. None of y'all niggas can't see me. None of y'all niggas can't see me. Y'all ain't got nothing like this over there. Bunch of frontline millionaires. Bunch of self-made at the Trump pay. Guess the odds really took it there. Any problem, I'ma reappear. With a squad you already fear. All this time I've been playing fair. 7 digits every single year. Niggas die, niggas disappear. Alibis, I was really there. Life a crime till I get the chair. Columbine in my trigger hair. Still I rise and I took the stairs. Feel a fire, it's a different glare. All these fights, it was never fair. Busting knuckles, still I'm swinging fierce. Taste the salt inside my dripping tears. You should know I never had a fear. You should know I never had a shot, never had a chance till I took it here. Man, it's proud, but I see it clear. Strategize, I'm an engineer. Pick a side, gotta keep it there. Switching up, nigga, looking weird. I got the key to the city. I got a hold of Shadiddy. Talk to that bitch in Swahili. Tattoo my name in graffiti. Whack out your hood in graffiti. Come through your hood on the weekly. None of y'all niggas can't see me. None of y'all niggas can't see me.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, all our YouTube videos. Hit that like button. Y'all come in here, hit the share, subscribe, hit that CASHAPP, $ BJ Matthews, $ BJ Matthews for all of this great content. If you guys do not see on the screen right there, there's the like button right there. You guys can hit that button. Also hit the share and subscribe as well. That if you guys want to continuously follow the Pull Up Basketball Podcast movement, you guys can do so by continuously hitting that like button. Or like I said, hit that CASHAPP, $ BJ Matthews. Again, $ BJ Matthews for all of this great content. And, excuse me, as well, get your membership badges that are all available. We have 3 different options: the pull-up badge, the LA Clipper badge, and the interview badge. We have 3 different options if you guys want to participate by being a membership badge earner for the Pull Up Basketball Podcast for the rest of your life. And last but not least, make sure you guys hit that super sticker, super comment button below. You guys can definitely show your love and support by hitting that super sticker button below. It says thanks. If y'all want to donate to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, y'all are free to do so. Let's go into the comment section. Excuse me, y'all. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm here. So let me go into the comments and take a little sip of this. Lockbox ENT, what's good, bro? He said, fire, salute, yes, sir. All right, DFJ Hoop said the Lakers ended the dynasty last year. They just left the casket open and Sacramento closed it. Okay, all right. The one and only Bolt said, yeah, we're about to see changes in Golden State. They're probably going to go with their young guys and trade the people who aren't as valuable and only keep Steph. All right, as y'all come here and smash that like button. Salute to my man, The Rizz was good. Said the league made sure to give us an early game on Sunday. We're going to talk about that probably in a couple of days. Said, BJ, why do the Clippers always play with us regarding Kawhi's health, getting tired of this shit? Now he is to play in the Olympics. Salute, Clip Gang. How you doing? What's good, bro? Mike, he said, do I like to schedule the Clippers? I'm going to talk about the Clippers Friday or Saturday, right before the game. Saturday morning, we're going to have a live show, all Clippers, the series between the Mavericks and the Clippers. We're going to talk about that. So you guys just hold tight on that. I'm going to talk everything about it. And we're going to get a chance to, talk about everything. But let's get into it. Last night with the NBA playing, the start of the NBA playing last night, we had two great games between the Lakers and the Pelicans, and we had another game against the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. Of course, the Lakers won against the Pelicans, and the Kings beat the Warriors. So the Kings go into New Orleans and face the Pelicans for that final 8 spot, while the Lakers advance to the 7th seed against Denver Nuggets. I'm sorry, had a text that came in, but like I said, the Lakers get the 7th spot, and the 8th spot will be determined on, I think, Friday. So make sure you guys, check that out. But let's get into what happened last night. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up for y'all to see what I'm talking about, and we're gonna get right to it. Let's talk about the first game against the Lakers and the Pelicans. Now, the Pelicans and Lakers game, 110-106. The Lakers advance, and the Pelicans, like I said, have one more shot to get into the playoffs if they win against the Kings. But they will be having to do it, in one final game. Now we're gonna talk about, of course, the big news about Zion Williamson tweaking his hamstring. But let's talk a little bit about last night's game. 110-106. The Lakers were able to prevail on the road for a second time in less than 48 hours because they had a game on Sunday against the same team. They actually beat them pretty bad. So coming into this game, if y'all recall, the Lakers, there's talks about them possibly, avoiding Denver. That's what the whole niche was. Let's avoid Denver. Let's not try to play them as a second seed. That's what the media was trying to talk about. And of course, their coach Darvin Ham put an end to that last night when he said that, we're not ducking nobody. We're not ducking no smoke. That's ridiculous. Magic Johnson, former Laker great, said the same thing, that, for a team to feel like they can dodge another team is just ridiculous as far as professional basketball players. So the Lakers, give them respect. They did not dodge. So they are going to be playing the Denver Nuggets on Saturday on ABC. So, y'all, that's going to be a very, very high, intense matchup. We're going to talk about all the playoff predictions as well coming up soon. I think probably Friday's going to be a good day. But nonetheless, the Lakers were able to get the victory in New Orleans. Now, as far as the game goes, let's talk a little bit about the, box score and some stuff that happened. So let's start with the Lakers. So you had, pretty balanced scoring amongst the, five guys. AD, Rui Hachimura, LeBron, D'Angelo Russell, and Austin Reeves all had over in double figures, all, played high minutes, all, basically put an imprint on the game. So, like the playoffs, really, it's about 7-8 man rotation. There's not going to be too much minutes for everybody to go around. The stars are going to get the majority of the minutes, about 75 to 80% of the minutes, and then the bench person will get the other with the scraps. So they spread the points around pretty well. Some of the stuff I'm looking at right here, I'm seeing that LeBron went 10 for 10 from the free throw line, which is very, very impressive because we're not used to seeing that. But he had 10 out of 10 from the line, and he had 9 rebounds to go with 23 points in 4 minutes. So he definitely carried a lot of the load as far as, playing. He did not shoot the ball well from the field or from the three, but he did hit all his free throws, like I said. Now, that's why you have teammates. Rui Hachimura came in. I thought he provided very, very big minutes, especially with some, especially with some very, very key offensive second chance points. Right. So let me look at something else real quick. You got Austin Reeves, 5 for 11 from the field, 36 minutes and 16 points. So, regular Austin Reeves game. That's what he do. He's gonna be consistent in terms of giving you double digits. He's gonna be consistent of not giving you too much, but not giving you too little either. He's gonna be right there in the middle. So, very, very good shooting splits as well. 40% from the three, a little under 50% from the field. But he did what he's supposed to do on the offensive end. And then AD coming in, he was on the I guess the injury report, and he wasn't gonna play, but he toughened it out. Had 20 points and 15 rebounds, 3 blocks. So very high game for AD as far as playing 40 minutes and just being available. So shout out to the Lakers for getting the win. The Pelicans side, not so much production as far as the scoring as from the starting 5. You had 2 guys who were less than 10 points. Jonas Valanciunas and CJ McCollum both did not come to play. They both came to basically, not really be productive on the court. 4 points for Jonas and 9 points for CJ McCollum. Very, very poor performances. Very, very, very disappointing for seeing that from those two. It's supposed to be so big for their offense. CJ is their point guard, and Jonas is their big man. You had, BI, 11 points, Herb Jones, 10. So not really much production from anybody outside of Zion, which we're going to talk about in a minute. More the production was coming off the bench from guys like, Troy Murphy and Larry Nance and Jose Alvarado. They were efficient. They came with the energy, and they scored double figures. So very, very productive game against those 3. So New Orleans gets another crack at it on Friday. So we'll see what happens against the Kings. But I want to talk a little bit about Zion and what I felt about his performance last night. Y'all come here and smash that like button. Go with some of these comments. Can't wait till Sunday. Yes, sir. Deuce Times. Can't wait till Sunday as well. 15 to 25 free throws. We didn't stand a chance. Yeah. I saw a lot of them questionable calls. But hey, that's what playoffs is, with the Lakers for the most part. Like, people already kind of came out and said they're going to probably have actual free throws. So, all in all, is what it is. Now, the Lakers got to face Denver. They got to face their kryptonite. They got to face their, their big brother. What's good, Just Blay? Tune in Sports. What's good, bro? Said Pelicans had a chance. Yeah, they did. They most certainly did. Y'all keep the comments coming. But let me talk a little bit about Zion. Let's talk a little bit about Zion. Strong performance from Zion Williamson last night. Very strong performance. There's a lot of speculation about Zion and his health and not taking basketball seriously and all that stuff. But last night really showed that he has all the tools. And I'm not talking about just his ability to jump, run, and, be strong. That was a high-intense playoff game, and I saw him last night not only do what he did on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, guarding and slowing down LeBron. So, of course, of course, coming into this season, there was a lot of speculation about the whole, porn star and, who Zion was messing with as far as his off the court issues. But the man came to play last night, and you gotta give him that respect. So I kind of want to, show y'all what Zion, the update about him. And as y'all come and smash the like button. So this was written by Andrew Lopez of ESPN. He said toward the end of the best games of his young career, Zion Williamson grabbed a towel and flung it down the New Orleans Pelicans bench. With 3 minutes and 13 seconds left and the Pelicans attempting a ferocious comeback, Williamson's night was over. The frustrating result of a left leg injury. All right, so Zion at this point had 40 points, and he had a strong move to the basket on Anthony Davis. As y'all come here, smash that like button. So his ability to draw a lot of pressure on the defense of the Lakers really got them back in the game. Remember, the Pelicans were down big in that third quarter. I think they were down 72 to 57 or 55. So that comeback was led by mainly him and Troy Murphy. So Zion showed he has a level of competitiveness in the big moments. Let's continue. Williamson had 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists, and he just tied the score 95-95 with the layup against the Los Angeles Lakers center Anthony Davis. Lakers coach Darvin Ham called a timeout, but as Williamson walked to the Pelicans bench area, something was off. He briefly sat down through the towel and walked back into the tunnel, ending his night. Yeah. So for y'all remember that play, and it was kind of strange how he got hurt. He drove into AD's chest, and after he drove into AD's chest, he scores the left-handed layup. He comes down, and at first, I think that was wrong. I thought the little wobble, he always does with that walk, that's normal. But you could, he was kind of giving this little grimace face on his face, like, something that, popped. And then I guess they call a timeout, and he puts his head into his jersey, and then here comes Herb Jones trying to figure out what's going on. And at that point, Zion Williamson knew something was wrong. So he goes to the bench, like the report said, throws a towel, and he goes to the tunnel, and then he never returned after that. So it's sad that happened the way it did, because Zion was definitely playing at a level that, the Lakers could not do nothing with him. Now, somebody may ask, well, what happens if Zion does not get hurt? Well, in my opinion, if he doesn't get hurt, they end up winning that game for sure, because the momentum was all in their favor. They couldn't stop the man, right? Couldn't stop him. And the thing about Zion is, he's going to the basket. See, this is why I say Zion, if he had like an actual 15 to 18-foot jump shot, I do he'd be so much more dangerous. Because if you get a defense who can scheme for you and has the right personnel for you, they can limit you. Kind of what the Lakers do. They said LeBron will usually guard him, and they have somebody at the rim to protect the rim, or LeBron will beat him at the spot and then take a charge. See, they have a personnel to kind of do something with Zion. That's why they always keep beating them. So Zion can't continue to just be a force, just driving to the basket with his head down. Yeah, it's dominant. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's exciting. But to prolong his career and play smarter and keep himself out of foul trouble, he has got to be able to start shooting a more consistent 15-18 jump shot. You can only run fast and jump so high for so long. I mean, with the ball, he's definitely a cat with the ball in his hands. So that's really, definitely not something that's, unnoticed. But like I said, if he had like a real consistent jump shot from that 15-18 mark, he would be even more dangerous, because now you don't know what to do. Either if you back up, he can shoot the shot. If you get up close to him, he can just power through you. So now that's a mismatch. But because he don't have that consistent J, it's easier for teams to even guard him. So shout out to Zion for yesterday, but I just think he needs to try to, get more of a consistent J. Salute to you, Trey Man. Was good. He said Brad Egan was on men's. Nah, well, he was on men's restriction, but still, he and CJ produced, I think, less than 20 points last night together. So Zion didn't get the help he needed to get that win. Because my thing is, even if Zion left, that was a chance for Brandon Ingram or CJ to take over. I mean, they had the game right there. They had their crowd behind them, try to get that win and try to get, an opportunity to go and play in Denver fresh. But like I said, now that's the Lakers problem, which is going to bring me to the Lakers dynamic now. So, like I said, the Lakers got to face Denver. So, what y'all think? Y'all think the Lakers going to be able to beat them? Y'all think the Denver Nuggets going to, humiliate them again? What y'all think about this matchup? So, I'm going to be very, very quick and precise with this. If Anthony Davis does not stand up to Nikola Jokic, the Lakers are going to go home in the same fashion they went home last year. It's going to be a sweep or it's going to be in 5 games. If the Lakers come in there and AD starts playing the way he's always been playing last year against Jokic, how they play against him this season, they're going home. You got to be able to offset Jokic throughout the course of the game. You got to be able to match him. If I'm AD, if I see Jokic with 35, 14, and like 9, 10 assists, I got to have something like 34, 13, and like 4 blocks. Right? So it's just as simple as that. It's not even about the others. LeBron don't play well against the Denver Nuggets. He don't play well against Denver because he got to deal with Aaron Gordon. So that's not going to be, well for him. So my thing is, hey, you got to offset Jokic because I'm going to go more into this on Friday with my playoff predictions. But the Lakers don't have a closer. They don't have a closer. Nuggets have a closer. Like I told you on that previous video, you need 3 things in the playoffs. You need scoring and shot making between your 2 best players, among your 2 best players. Experience, be able to be in those moments to know what to do, how to counteract. And you got to have clutch shot making in the 4th. You got to have all 3 of those to be a great team. And defense, defense. Lakers got defense, but they ain't got a closer. Those games are going to be close. Who are you going to give the ball to? Austin Reeves or LeBron? D-Lo? Okay. Because Denver lost some stuff last year. They lost some of their bench players, Bruce Brown and Jeff Green. So they got Christian Brown and Watson and Reggie Jackson. Shout out to Reggie. Starting 5 of the Nuggets is still better. Still better. Lakers don't have enough. They don't have enough closers, and they don't have the 3-point shooting. They don't have the 3-point shooting. So they got to hang their hats on defense and attacking that rim. They got to attack that rim and play defense, and they got to muck it up a little bit. And Anthony Davis is going to have to, man up. If you don't man up, that series is going to go 4 or 5 games. Mark my words, because like I said, Brian ain't going to be able to do what he wants to do. Look at some of these. Click down humiliation Denver in the 4 this time. Last team was 5. No, they swept them last year. Clipper JM, they swept them. But like I said, it can go 4 or 5. It can go 7 if the Lakers decide to, play to their strength. But they got to win one of those games in Denver. If they don't win one of those games in Denver, they can go home in 4 or 5 games. They got to steal one of those games because I don't see them coming home and winning both of those games. Let's get these likes up. Let's go to the next series. See. Talk about the Warriors and Kings last night. So the score 94-118. Very, very one-sided game last night. The Warriors won the series, the playoffs last year, but of course this year it was completely different. The Kings missing not just Kevin Huerter but Malik Monk, and I gotta say I was kind of surprised how dominant the Kings were, and I was surprised how last days ago the Warriors were. The Warriors in this type of game atmosphere, I expected them to come out with more flair and more energy, but since they did not, I could see, okay, this is going to be a long night for them because you're in Sacramento, and if they're punching you in the mouth, being physical with you, getting second chance points, doing whatever they want to do on your defense, it's going to be a long night for you on Golden State side. So, looking through the numbers quickly, of course, there's some glaring things that we can see on the stat sheet. If we go to the Warriors first, team that lost. The Warriors, just like the Pelicans, didn't get enough scoring around their star. They did. You got, Andrew Wiggins with 12 points. Like I said, since Andrew, that finals in 2022, he hasn't came back the same. I don't know if it's just off that one championship he's good or that one championship he's satisfied or he's content. But I could see him being moved next year. I know people talking about, other people, but I think he's going to be moved because he just, at this point, it's 2 years in a row, and you can clearly see his play has declined. Focus has declined. His whatever has declined, he doesn't have it right now. Or I could be wrong. Maybe they stick it out with him and let him, figure it out. But he just been looking very mid for the last year and a half. So, this is supposed to be the second best player from people's eyes in that finals. But now he just regressed, man. He just offensively and defensively. Right? You got Draymond, 4 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from the three-point line, 12 points, 6 assists. That's usually typically what you're going to get for Dre anyway. Like, not too many points, but, he's just going to be out there doing the things that's not going to show up on the stat sheet. But, his presence wasn't enough last night. 3 rebounds, and basically dealing with a more physical Sacramento team. He didn't really put his presence imprint on that game if you watched it. Steph Curry, of course, 36 minutes, 22 points. That's still not a lot of points from Steph as far as his status. 8 for 16 from the field, 3 for 7 from the three-point line. It almost seemed that Steph just knew that this wasn't going to be their night. And he had 6 turnovers, right? So the defense of Sacramento did a great job with the game plan. But I just think it was just too many things hitting him left from right where he just kind of was just like, we ain't going to get this one. Sacramento got their get back. We're going to be back next year, right? That's why I think Steph was thinking in his mind. So he just basically I guess you could say, just checked out yesterday. And you look at Klay, 32 minutes and shot the worst he's ever shot in his career, 0 for 10 from the field, 0 for 6 from the three-point line. I don't even need to go to the rest of the stats. 0 for 10 and 0 for 6. 0 points. No free throws. Just, what a time to have a performance like this with all the trade talks and it's been talked about and stuff like that. This doesn't help his case. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, whole Dynasty thing situation, but not much production. But their bench has some production with Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga. I think they keep these two next year and they get off of Wiggins, me personally, because you got make a choice, right? They paid Wiggins that contract after they won the finals. It hasn't been panning out how it's supposed to. So at this point, you got Kuminga, you got Moody. Those are two guys that are hungry. They're younger and they're playing for something, right? So, good games from those two coming off the bench. Sacramento's starting five and their bench. Balanced scoring. Like I said, everybody did their job. Shout out to Keegan Murray with 32 points, man. Keegan Murray is going to be a very, very vital piece. He can possibly be he's just a 3D guy. Shoot the three, and he's an improved defense. But I think it's his second year right now? Second, third year. Just basically continues to get better. He seemed like he can, continuously grow. That's a gem in the Kings organization right there. That's a person in their core in the future. You know what I'm saying? 32 points in a big game like this. Very, very important. The Ellis dude was on Steph Curry the whole night. He did a great job, and he came out the woodworks and proved, he got an opportunity in place of Kevin Huerter. So this guy did probably more than Kevin Huerter did in a particular situation because he played defense. Right? See on the comments. Let me check some of the comments. He said, "Yeah, go say definitely. Yeah, they moving Wiggins. I just don't see how you keep Wiggins there and just continuously have that type of production, man. It's just not worth having them. If you already got, two other wings that's looking to get more time or more hungry. So, like I said, balanced scoring amongst Sabonis, Barnes, Murray, and then Fox came out with a mission. Didn't shoot the ball the best from three, but he playmakes and he just puts pressure on the defense just by being there, right? So, shout out to the Kings for getting that win last night and getting their revenge on the Warriors, who's been their kryptonite for the last couple seasons. But I want to talk a little bit about the main attraction, then we're going to go into something else, and I'm going to let y'all in. So, I want to kind of show y'all something what Steph Curry said in a post-game interview last night. All right. So I read this article. It says Steph Curry possibly signaling he doesn't want to play with Klay and Draymond Green. Warriors dynasty might be over. I know this is what people want to kind of talk about. Let's start it. He said we could have witnessed the last game of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green playing together on the same team. The NBA's most dangerous trio could have reached its end. The Warriors have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs after losing to the Sacramento Kings. Crucial playing game, all those moments of glory, relentless battles with LeBron James, championship rings, extraordinary records could have came to an end. The future of Klay Thompson and a possible contract extension with the team hangs in the balance. As y'all come here, smash that like button. Smash that like button as y'all come in. So, bringing up a few other parts of the article. Does Steph Curry want to continue playing with Klay Thompson? They've been the Splash Brothers, Batman and Robin, disruptors of any traditional basketball scheme. And beyond that Steph and Klay have been brothers off the court. Steph found it impossible to hide his frustration with Green amidst all his suspensions. And also when Klay Thompson went through a rough patch without finding his shot. From that moment on, Steph seemed bored with his teammates and carrying the team alone. Last part. Is Draymond Green to blame for everything? So let me first let y'all hear a little audio video of Steph Curry speaking about the whole Klay Thompson contract and stuff. So y'all hold tight.
Steph, you had a lot of time to have this one sink in, even while you were playing. Just what were your thoughts as this was happening, as you probably understood that the season was ending and the way it did? What were you thinking?
It's a horrible feeling. when you go out there and compete, leave it all out there and doesn't go your way. We obviously understand you can't win it every year, but there was so much belief that we could make something of this season and keep our hopes alive, trying to get a win tonight and taking it from there. Sacramento played unbelievable tonight. They played aggressive, and Keegan's making shots. D Fox is creating. It seemed like they got every 50-50 loose ball, offensive rebound, and it was a tough way to end our year for sure, because we've obviously been through so much all year. These last 2 months, gave ourselves a chance to be in this situation where you win one game, then you're right where we expect to be, but we're going home. So definitely frustrating, disappointing, to say the least. But you hold your head high knowing there's a lot more in the tank. And for me personally, that's the mindset.
After Clay has a performance as he does tonight, do you say anything to him, especially given that it's the last game of the season and he is entering unrestricted free agency?
I know everybody's going to try to connect that, but it's about the sense of pride and I think just the commending him on a hell of a year. Everybody's going to talk about one game, and I know he wanted to play better, but we go through so much over 82 games, and the fact that he was able to turn his season around with a new role and adjusting to coming off the bench for a long period and then, back in the starting lineup and just having fun playing basketball and being at peace out there. I'm more worried about that because I know he's a true champion, and we all, again, prepare ourselves to play, our best when the lights are bright. And when it doesn't happen, nobody needs to tell you anything because all we want to do is win. And numbers aside, that's the only thing that matters.
Steph, it looks like tonight you had 2 and 3 guys following you, like they had a very specific game plan to take you away. Did it feel like that was kind of indicative of the year and trying to figure out how to attack these defenses and how to use that to benefit everybody else, so to speak? Does it feel like this was tougher than normal this year?
Yes and no. I mean, I think there's certain lineups that we have out there that teams are, going to make other people either be ball handlers or shot creators. But we obviously have counters to a lot of stuff. It's just tonight was the extreme version of that, where I know they remember what happened last year, and a lot of history with Mike B and the way that he approaches the defensive end. So I wasn't surprised that it was that aggressive and bodies everywhere. I think we had certain stretches of the game where we made them pay, but over the course of 48, that strategy worked. So you tip your hat to them. I always try to find ways to still be aggressive, and had a couple, loose turnovers, but for the most part, they just took it to us the whole game, and there's really no other way around it.
You said you can hold your head high knowing that there's a lot more in the tank. What gives you confidence that you and the core of you, Clay, and Draymond have a lot more in the tank?
Just knowing how we're built. I mean, we obviously understand the league has changed, and we're getting deeper into our careers, and we have to continue to evolve. And
excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem.
Make the necessary adjustments to win games, but we put a lot of time into it. I think I work harder than I ever have at, being prepared for a season and trying to, perform at the level that I expect. And I know those two guys have been through it with me. At the end of the day, I just want to win. And I know that that's fully possible. I know the summer's going to be a lot of conversations, and trying to set up ourselves to win, and whatever that means. I hope that's the outcome.
Right. Can y'all hear me now? My fault. Basically, what I'm saying is this is going to go one or two ways. Steph is not going to try to get Klay and Draymond out. He wants to play with those guys. He don't want to have to deal with dealing with his two brothers. So if Klay or Dre leaves, then it's not going to be on Steph. He just said he doesn't want those guys off the team. He damn sure don't want Draymond off, because we saw with Draymond getting Jordan Poole, who they chose. They chose Draymond Green. But over the course of this season, you guys can see the frustration off of Steph's face, especially that game in Orlando, where he's like, damn, I can't catch a break. This is wearing on me. This is probably the most frustrated Steph Curry I've ever seen. It's amongst just not performing at the level he felt like he performed to, but also the nucleus he has around him. Now, he's not going to say that out loud, but you kind of heard what he kept saying, I want to win. I just want to win. I just want to win. He's not going to ever call out his teammates. But like I said, Klay Thompson ain't the same no more. And he shouldn't be the same. He's had two major injuries back to back. 2 summers he's out with a torn ACL and a torn Achilles on separate legs. He ain't supposed to be the same. So if you know that, there might be coming some very, very critical decisions. Klay Thompson he don't want to take nothing less than the max. So it's gonna be one or two things. Either Steph, which I don't see him doing, if he says Klay Thompson, his time is up, then Klay will be out at Golden State. But he's not gonna do that. So this is going to be a decision. If Klay chooses to step away and humble himself, like he's decided to go to that bench, or the organization steps in and says, Klay, we appreciate you, we love you, but time is up here. But this is something where Jordan Poole, the whole Jordan Poole discussion comes back up, because just last year you were in a position prior to what happened this season with Jordan Poole You guys were on top. You guys won a championship, and Jordan Poole got that 4-year rookie extension, and they were ready to give Jordan Poole. They're ready to give Jordan Poole the keys to the team once Steph and Clay left. But because of what happened with Draymond Green, all that stuff went to a halt. And Draymond going to free agency really expedited the Warriors to make a decision to get rid of Jordan Poole, because no way in the hell they were going to be on the same team this upcoming year. One of them had to leave. And because of the impact that they've already voiced about Draymond, Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, about they're not a championship team without Draymond, Jordan Poole left. Got traded for Chris Paul, who should have never been with the Warriors in the first place. Chris Paul should have still been in Phoenix. So the Warriors are in a very, very they're in a tough spot. And this may just be a situation where you made a decision prematurely and now it's coming to bite you. I saw Steph Curry get them tears he had against the Magic were not fake tears. Those are real tears. It's like, bro, I want to win like he says he wants to win. But at the same time, I can't. How many more times do I got to keep on going through this? Do you want to win with me? So, Warriors are in a very, very tough spot. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link for y'all to come in. If y'all want to talk, I'm going to play the commercial and be back in 2 minutes. All right. All right. What's good, JM? What you got, bro?
Hey, what up? Salute, pull up. I just wanted to add this real quick. I'm just waiting for the tax season to get over with to make sure all my accounts are safe, so I could really definitely support you and get that out the way. I think the Lakers, no doubt. I think the Lakers should have lost that game. Like I know we're not gonna talk about the Clippers right now. I think the Lakers should have really lost that game, even though they could have lost anyway if Zion didn't get out. But that whole Pelicans situation kind of looked strange in a way. Like I'm not going with no conspiracy theories, but Zion hit the tying shot. And then he came down and then he just walked out the way and nobody knew what was going on. Brandon Ingram really didn't play too well. McCullough didn't really play too well. So in a weird way, it's almost like they just rather, they proved that they could beat them, but they chose to not go too hard. And it was kind of a smart decision. I ain't saying that's what they planned, but it was a smart decision if they did plan that, because they're going against the Kings, and they probably could beat the Kings. Like if Zion come back healthy against the Kings, then you know that something was up. But the Lakers kept it real, and they didn't want to duck, right? So they walked right into a buzzsaw. And I don't see what they proved. Like, they proved, okay, we're gonna not duck the Pelicans, but the next, basically, when David Chappelle said it the best, when keeping it real goes wrong, that was a bad decision. I don't know what they tried to prove, but they chose it. So, they wanted to show that they weren't ducking. But this one time, ducking would have worked better for them. Because now they're about to go home.
Well, according to the comments, Zion's out for Friday.
Oh, he out. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you deal with your hamstring, you're not just going to come back and play. That's not going to happen. James Harden did that with Brooklyn, and you saw what happened when he came back. He was pretty much a decoy. So he wouldn't even be effective. So I think now that you got that problem, I think Sacramento's going to end up winning. So, in reality, I think Sacramento's a better matchup for Denver than New Orleans. I think Sacramento can beat New Orleans or beat Denver.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because Sacramento they run fast, they run all game, and they deep for a young team. So yeah, I could see that happening. Them beating the Pelicans, go ahead and facing the Nuggets. OKC, what you think about OKC? Who do OKC and who do the Wolves play?
Wolves play the Suns.
Who you think gonna win that one?
I gotta think a little bit more, but I'm gonna be doing that video Friday on the playoff picks, but I gotta scout that a little bit deeper.
Yeah, that's an interesting matchup, isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting matchup. A lot of scoring in the half court, and there's a little bit of a rivalry there too. So, but what you think about the Warriors and Kings? What you think about?
Oh yeah. No, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, I didn't hear what you said. I was coughing. Go ahead.
I said, what you think about the Warriors and Kings?
Oh, the Warriors and the Kings. I felt bad for Steph. Like I put in the chat, man. I think Steph looked like incredibly frustrated, and they played their hardest. Steph always played hard. I like Steph. I liked the Splash Brothers when they was in their heyday, and to see them go out like this second year in a row, man, that's kind of hard. Like, for them, they was on top for a while, and but it just showed that they changing of the guard. Like I don't think I could play with. If I was Steph, I wouldn't want Draymond off the team, but I wouldn't support him coming back for one reason. Like their record was highly impacted negatively for Draymond keep being suspended. He's a vital piece to their team. Like he's a center. The Warriors play triangle offense. I don't know if people really peeped that out. BJ, I know you probably did. Steve Kerr played with Jordan, right? Phil Jackson taught him the triangle offense. So that means that Draymond is the focal point. He gets the ball first, right? So he passes the slash and Clay, slash and Steph. When Draymond is not there, they got to find somebody else to learn the system that them three players been doing since they've been a Warrior. So to expect somebody to come in and do the same position role that's why they don't have a big center. That triangle offense is deadly, right? So you got Draymond who can't stop choking people out, right? He missed what 20-something games. That's Warriors record dropped without him. So Steph looked like if I was Steph, I'd be like I said, I wouldn't just say, hey, kick this man off the team. But I'd be like, listen, man, I'm out here working my ass off, and I got my teammate who can't stop choking people out. Like, he's costing us. Like, really, like not even capping him or nothing. Draymond is the problem. But anyway, I feel bad for Steph, but in a way, he should hang his hat up high. He did his thing. The whole team, Clay's a whole nother situation. I don't know. They got to really ask Clay, what do he want to do? Like that whole thing is a mess. But I don't even, to sum it up, I don't give Kings that much props for winning because Warriors was been wounded all season. They went through so much. I'm amazed. They did their best and it's just over with. Maybe we'll see a better Warriors next year. But right now, Clippers the last one standing, and that's what's up.
For sure. Shoot, let's go to Maz. What's good, Maz?
Hey, what's up, fellas, man? I'm here in Sacramento. That last statement by James to Clipper fans, just pure delusion. He says he's not giving He says he's not giving the Kings credit because they've been injured. Well, last time I checked last night, the Kings were without two of their rotational players, a key piece in Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter. I'm going to give Kings a lot of credit last night, fellas. They had the perfect game plan to guard Steph Curry. We're sending traps, double teams. We're blitzing them. We're making the other guys beat us. Point, period, blank. I mean, as simple as that. And so I don't think this has nothing to do with the triangle offense. That's another delusional statement as well. It's a
real offense. You don't know basketball, fam.
I cut you off, man.
Go ahead. My fault.
The people want to hear me speak, man. Right? They want to hear real basketball analysis, man. Please let me speak, bro. Please. This has nothing to do with triangle offense for the Golden State Warriors. I don't feel bad about Steph Curry whatsoever. He's a 4-time NBA champion. He's been at the highest level in this league, along with Clay and Draymond. And so all good things come to an end, right? Listen, man. Let's just call a spade, right? Like they're not the same team. They have an older Chris Paul, right? One thing that Steve Kerr did yesterday that I didn't like, and was that he inserted Kevon Looney out of nowhere. And I know Looney had a great series versus Sabonis last season, but it's a lot to ask of a player who's been basically benched all year long to come in and be a physical presence and impactful player just out of nowhere. So, I mean, I thought that was asking a lot. Obviously Clay is older. Clay went 0 for 10, 0 for 11 last time I checked. So he was a non-factor. I thought their defensive rotations were just horrible and pathetic. And last but not least, they don't have the necessary role pieces to get it done. And this is where a guy like Jordan Poole would have been so good for this team in this situation, right? When they're trapping and double teaming Clay, yeah, Clay goes 0 for 10, but he's still a decoy out there, right? You still have to count for him at least. And then if you had Jordan Poole on the court, right, then he's another guy who can stretch you out a little bit and make the defense count for him. Last night with Kuminga, Draymond, I mean, Moody came in late and hit a couple shots. That was cool. But the Warriors don't got guys to make you pay for trapping Steph like they did in the past. And they don't have a lot of, dribble, pass, and shoot guys, right? When they would trap KD or Steph or Clay before, you got Draymond, you got Sean Livingston, you got Iguodala, you got guys you trusted. Like these guys can't be trusted. Andrew Wiggins is not a elite perimeter shooting. He's on and off. He's hot and cold. And so he's not considered a legitimate floor spacer. You know what I'm saying? And so, listen, man, all good things come to an end. I don't think this is a bad thing. I think that they had their run. And if you ask any NBA player, would you want to have, Steph, Clay, and Draymond's career? They would say yes. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't like how they went out last night, just getting their ass blown out. But they lost to a better team last night, at home in Sacramento. And the Kings shot the ball well. And we got to give guys like Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray was fucking nice early, just making shots, right? Keon Ellis from Alabama, he's been coming on late, as of lately since Kevin and Monk's gone out. And Mike Browner showed extreme confidence in that guy. And so I'm going to do what a lot of people ain't going to do, right? I'm not going to look at what the Warriors didn't do. I'm just going to look at what the Kings did from a defensive scheme and standpoint and shot making last night and say they earned a win last night. And so for me, I'll close with this. The Warriors have had a great run, and there's no shame in the way they lost. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, they're going to be mentioned with some of the best teams in NBA history. Right? They've won 4 championships. And just when you think you count them out, right? Just like when they missed the playing game versus Memphis and the Lakers, and then they come back and win a championship in 2022, which I'm not saying this is going to happen, but the Warriors are known for just doing little sneaky shit, and then they're right back in the hunt. And so, listen, bro, until I see this team dismantled and it's Steph and a bunch of role guys, bro, I'm not going to count them out. There's moves to be made, to be had. But again, though, this has nothing for you guys who want to hear real basketball talk and analysis, bro. Let me tell you, okay, this has nothing to do with triangle offense. And again, when you hear delusional statements like the Warriors were shorthanded, blah, 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 or whatever, the Kings are missing Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk, okay? And so James, who Clippers fan, shut the hell up. And it's fucking.
Hey, yo, let me listen, man. I'm just going to say this real quick. I'm going to say this real quick. Since you never heard of triangle offense, if Draymond is their main feature of that, just like Nuggets use it with the Joker. If you really watch basketball, your analytics, whatever the hell you're talking about. The triangle offense is the ball goes through the center. Draymond is the center. Is that correct? If Draymond missing 20-something games, who the hell going to take Draymond's place? It has a lot to do with it. It's been a whole year. I didn't say the Warriors is injured in the game. I said their whole shit been off balance since the beginning. Poole left. Draymond gone for 30 games. You can't find a center to even come in who is smart as Draymond Green. He's the one who know that offense better than all of them, except for Stephen Clay. If Clay not slashing, he's off. Of course, they're going to double team Steph. He's the only one hitting the ball. And just like you said, they're going to put Kuminga in. All of a sudden, fam, that triangle offense is important. And if your important main piece is not there all freaking season, it messed up the whole team. And last night looked like a team that didn't know what the hell to do. So how about that, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still confused. It's all good, bro. But yeah, for sure.
Hey, go to Bruce, man. You go to Bruce. What's up, Bruce?
Well, I have nothing to say about what happened. Just happened. But
hold on, Bruce. My bad. I don't mean to interrupt. Sorry. Miss Cloud Prodigy has a question for you, Matt. She said, Matt, did you see WrestleMania?
Yeah, I saw both nights in Philadelphia. I was glad that The Rock came back. It was a good event. I was actually supposed to go, Miss Lady, but I didn't end up going. But yeah, I watched it. I taped it, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm a big wrestling fan. Like if you go on my channel, when they come in Sacramento, I go all the time. They're actually coming for SmackDown in October. I have to go in the Wynn Center, so I'll be there as well.
Salute. All right, Bruce, my bad, man.
No problem. Hello, everybody. Hello, chat.
Salute.
I saw the Pelicans came back into the game, and I thought, okay, I guess they're gonna win the game, and then they fold. CJ McCollum. I don't think he's the answer that the Pelicans need. He's always disappear when the team needs him. So, I mean, Lakers got that what they wanted. They want Denver. So I'm not gonna underestimate Lakers against Denver, though. So we'll see what happens. In regards to the Warriors, I mean, I think it's the end of the Splash Brothers because last night they were the Flat Brothers, especially Clay. I mean, if Clay wants to be back, I think he has to accept a diminished role because that's the second year in a row in one game, elimination game or whatever, he comes up short. And years ago, I said Draymond should not be on the team. I still think Draymond should not be on the team because of him missing all those games. That's why they're in the play-in. They're a much better team than people think, in my opinion. I think Wiggins doesn't want to play basketball anymore. The Warriors need to cut their losses. They need to get rid of Wiggins this summer because the things that he used to do when he first got into Warriors, he's not doing anymore. All he wants to do is shoot threes. Dribbles, shoot threes. He doesn't do the mid-range anymore. He doesn't try to go to the basket anymore. He just settles and shoot threes. And the Kings took it last night. I mean, they had no Warriors had no perimeter defense. The GP2 is glass. Gary Payton the second is glass. I don't know why. I guess he's very friendly, so Warriors organization like him, but he's always hurt. Always hurt. So Warriors need to I don't know, destroyed or break the team. I would get rid of the three guys: Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Thompson. But if I'm gonna keep one out of the three, it's probably gonna be. I'm sorry to say this. I'm probably gonna be Draymond because they need a scoring. I mean, that's why they lost last night. They were trapping Curry all game, and I didn't see no game 6 play, no game 5 play. I saw 0 game Clay. So I think they're probably gonna trade CP, Chris Paul, because of the contract. So they need veterans that's gonna help, that's gonna score. So because they need a second scorer, and the Warriors don't have one. Kuminga is not ready. So that's all I have to say.
That's a good point, Bruce. I thought you made a great point with the secondary score. You know, guys who can do a pass and shoot, and least when the offense breaks down, is there a guy other than Steph Curry who can just initiate or run some type of offense? And let's face it, they don't have that right now. Chris Paul is not the guy no more. It just is what it is. But great points, Bruce.
Thank you.
What's up, Bubba?
What's good, DJ? I'm gonna make this quick because we play the Miami Heat in a few minutes. But it's the Golden State Warriors dynasty over. I mean, I believe it was over last year after Lakers eliminated them, and they just left the casket open, and Sacramento just closed it last night. And it was just sad watching this Golden State Warriors team, and the offense was just so predictable because everybody knew Steph Curry was going to try to get the ball. But a huge shout out to Mike Brown and the Sacramento Kings. I think they played it well defensively, and Keon Ellis did a good job. I mean, he did a good job in my opinion. But I mean, you're playing against Steph Curry, who's one of the best shooters and one of the best offensive players in the game. So he's going to definitely make some shots. He's going to definitely get into a good offensive rhythm, and some shots are going to fall for him. But they did play good. They was hedging against him. They was trapping him, trying to get him off the ball every single time. And it was just sad watching Klay Thompson break every single time, going 0 for 10 from the field, playing 30 minutes and not even scoring a single point. That is so sad. And I think, he should. I think he'll definitely be back for the Golden State Warriors, but he should take a diminished role. He should take a lesser role, and he should take less money, because that's what would definitely be best for the Golden State Warriors, so they can bring in guys that can actually do more, in a sense, that could actually be scorers, that can actually be facilitators, that can actually play defense, because Steph Curry needs, that perimeter defense around it, because the Sixers. The Warriors they have 0 or less perimeter defense, and they just made the job a little bit more easier for the Sacramento Kings, because when they score, Steph Curry was the only person who they had to focus on, because he was the only person who was doing something offensively for them. I mean, Wiggins didn't show up. Draymond didn't really show up. He wasn't really standing out to me. But a huge shout out to the Sacramento Kings. They did what they were supposed to do, even though they're missing two players, if I'm not mistaken. They're 6-man, and what's the shooters? And Kevin Huerter. They're missing. Yeah, those are two of their rotation players that they was missing. But they came in, they took care of business.
Can I take you real quick, man? Just real quick, man.
Go ahead.
I'm actually here in Sacramento, and I got friends who work for the Kings, and I'm close with that organization. I was told before the game, bro, and y'all can take this with a grain of salt, but I mean, I'm not gonna make this up. I was told that there was no way in hell what happened in Game 7 last year was gonna happen last night. The Kings weren't gonna let Steph Curry beat them, and so if Klay, those guys beat you, they were willing to tip their cap and go home last night. But it was apparent, and it was well known throughout the arena, throughout the organization, coaching staff, just everybody knew that there was a game plan. And once it came down to a Kings and Warriors matchup, from that moment moving forward, Mike Brown and his staff, and real quick too, man, let's give Fernandez some credit, man. His assistant head coach, Fernandez, he's going to be the next coach for the Brooklyn Nets. Apparently, that's what I heard. He's a great assistant coach, and he was the one who kind of came up with the scheme, I heard, of just trapping, blitzing. And if you watched the game last night, they were doing it in different ways. It wasn't the same look every single play. They were coming off different guys, different angles, fast guys, taller guys. That's why you saw the turnovers. And so the Kings weren't going to let Steph Curry beat them last night, and it was apparent from the tip off. And so I just had to get that out there, bro. So I cooked Tune Sports One. You made a great point, because a lot of times we're all saying what the Kings didn't do, but let's give the Kings some credit, man. They had the perfect game plan last night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, I'm glad that we're acknowledging what Mike Brown did last night from a coaching standpoint. It was fucking perfect. Pure perfection.
Mike Brown knows the Warriors. Mike Brown knows the Warriors. He knows their weaknesses. And Klay Thompson got worse this season. I mean, he's probably the guy who doesn't think he got worse, or I don't know. I mean, it's okay to have confidence, but you cannot be delusional. Some of the shots he's making, and he's getting worse at layups. Those layups, man, come on, man, he cannot make a layup.
And Bruce.
Yeah, I think he was in his head a little bit.
And we're talking offensively, guys. I mean, we didn't even touch on Klay Thompson's defensive game last night. Pathetic, right? Overhelping, overreacting to dribble penetration. How many times were the Warriors sucked in on defense for no apparent reason? Like, at some point, man, you got to make some of these guys make one-on-one tough shots, right? And I think that's an NBA-wide issue, right? Like, these teams just overhelp and overreact to certain players just because, and now you're getting corner threes, baseline threes, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, yeah, defensively, Klay Thompson was horrible last night. And so was Draymond. So was Steph, right? So was Kuminga, Wiggins. I mean, they were bad on both ends of the court. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really blame Steph Curry defensively, because offensively he was doing everything, and he didn't really have enough help. So I'm not really going to blame him. But I mean, Draymond, Wiggins, Klay Thompson, we definitely have to blame them, because they didn't really give Steph Curry any help offensively. And I have to give Mike Brown a lot of credit too, because he made the decision that Steph Curry's not about to drop 50 points again, 50, 51 or 52 points. So he showed him a different look every single time. And just like you said, Moss, blitzing and trapping and ball denials and everything, making sure that he didn't get the ball in certain spots and certain spurts in the game. So yeah, I give Mike Brown a lot of credit for that.
But we gotta be honest too, though. He was able to do those things.
News break. Every team played Warriors the same exact way. Here's a news break. Kings didn't just come out the air with some incredible shit. Every team knows that they got to stop Steph Curry. Every single team knows that they got to stop Steph. Kings did not invent no incredible defense.
Wow.
Kings didn't invent no incredible defense against Warriors. Every team knows that. Stop Steph. Duh.
Every team doesn't play or defend Curry the way you saw it defended last night.
Look at the record.
What are you talking about?
What's Warriors record?
Like
Warriors record?
Andre and Bruce, bro. Be honest, bro. Every team defends Steph the way you saw him defended last night.
Every team knows how to beat Warriors. Every team knows how to beat Warriors. Teams didn't invent nothing.
Every
You see every team using that same defensive coverages that you saw.
No, they don't.
What's Warriors' record? What's their record?
I don't
there you go.
That's not the question, bro. That's not the question. He asked you a question.
They in the play-in, right? So clearly their whole shit don't work no more, right?
Bro,
they 2 years in a row.
Bro, he asked you
2 years in a row.
Actually, Mike Brown did something I haven't seen.
Bro,
people
answer
do.
my question.
He changed defenders.
They were showing them different looks every single time. But JM, do you see every team using the same defensive coverages that Sacramento used last night against Steph Curry?
No, they don't.
I will answer that again. What is the Warriors' record this year, last year?
Answer my question. Don't
answer
the question with a question.
Okay,
answer my question.
Okay, since you want me this simple. Every good coach team knows how to beat the Warriors. That's why the Warriors always in the play-in. How about that? The Warriors
was not in the play-in last year.
I can't take this shit, bro.
The Warriors was not in the play-in last year.
Was they in the play-in last year?
They were the 6th seed, dummy.
They
didn't go to the play-in?
They were the 6th seed last year, dickhead.
Oh my God, guys, what's going on right now, man?
They was in the play-in.
They were the 6th seed, fool.
Okay, how did they get beat last year again?
Stay off the weed.
They weren't in the play-in last year, if I'm not mistaken, bro.
How did they get beat last year? How did they either way?
They got beat by the Lakers. They got beat by the Lakers in the second round. They were the 6th seed last year, and the Kings were the 3rd seed.
Okay. All of that. Okay, either way, the question was forget all the stats. The question was, do every team figure out how to beat the Warriors? My answer is
no, they don't.
Yeah. That's why they're not in the play-in.
They've won 4 championships in the last fucking 10 years. What are you talking about, man?
That was 5 years ago. That was since Kevin Durant. That wasn't since Kevin Durant.
They just won 3 years ago in 2022, man, versus an elite Boston team. What are you talking about?
That was with KD, right?
They just won in 2022 versus the Boston Celtics. What's wrong with you?
The Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I'm out.
Well, you got me on that.
Hey, DJ, all right, man. I can't do it, bro.
I'm a Clipper fan. You got me on that. I'm a Clipper fan. So you're right about that. I'm a Clipper fan. Either way, they figure Warriors out. So you got me on the Warriors stats. I'll concede to that. I'm a Clipper fan. And we ain't got to see the Warriors. And that's all that count.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man, hey VJ, I gotta get ready to watch this playing game, bro. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch that too.
Yeah,
man.
All right, Bruce.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, delusional JM.
I don't know. Y'all should put that word on a T-shirt. That is the most oldest word. You might as well bring back cool or something. You might as well bring back some other shit. Delusional. What is that? The Sesame Street?
Sesame Street.
Oh man. Yeah, but let me ask y'all another question. So What y'all think about tonight's matchups?
I think the Sixers. Oh man, I'm sorry, Big Tom. I think Sixers gonna win tonight. So, the other game, Bulls and Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking the Bulls.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bulls too. I don't know about that Philly-Miami game. I'm not so sure about that. What about you, JM? What you think?
I'll tell you, I got Miami coming out the East.
Miami coming out the East? Okay.
Yeah. Without, like, I'm not good at all that analytic stuff. I just watch basketball. So I just go off for, what I see. I'm like a simple person. You know what I mean? So all that, I didn't know the Warriors stats, whatever. I'm not a Warriors fan. So he won that. Okay, so what? Miami. Now, one thing I know about Miami is they play fundamental basketball, right? And every year, Miami start off slow. They start off like the Patriots. Miami remind me of the Patriots in one way. You can't count the Patriots out, right? The Patriots of the past, not now. As long as they make it to the whatever it is, the division conference, the bye, whatever the other stuff is, as long as they in, you got to worry about the Patriots. As long as the Heat make it to the play-in, you got to worry about the Heat. The Heat plays, they don't need a lot of, they so well coached that they're going to beat the Sixers. They beat them every time. The Heat has actually came out of the playoff, the play-in or the 7th seed or however you want to rank it, and they beat the Boston every single time. They well coached. They're going to knock out the Sixers, and I got East coming out. I got Miami coming out the East for the same reason. Celtics are front runners. Celtics always win a division. The East is so whack that you have the same teams every year in the playoffs. Every single year it's the same freaking teams. Boston always at the top. But I got the Heat. They're going to win against the Sixers. They're going to win against everybody else.
I mean,
in order for the Heat to meet the Celtics, they have to lose tonight and beat the Bulls.
Or the Hawks.
That's a good coaching strategy, Bruce. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't really study all of that, but I just pick them because I know how they play, and they win. They've been there most consecutive to any other team. So that's how I pick them.
I feel it. But if y'all want anything else y'all want to say before I know it's a pretty short stream. I just want to kind of come in and talk about
I'm good. I know you ready to watch the game, so that's good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too. It was a great stream, real simple, stream. I kept my time and the whole shit.
I'm not gonna make fun of people tonight, so.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right.
Later, all right, peace. Good.
I'm feeling good, feeling alright tonight. I'm feeling good now. Yeah, it's all good in the neighborhood, homie. Yeah, feeling right. I feel good, I feel alright. Cruising through my neighborhood on a warm summer night. I feel good. That's right, I feel good now. It's summer night. Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Them summer nights, keep the top on drop. All the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. I just kicked it at home. I polished up the chrome, called the Ruka on the phone, let her know I'm home alone. It's 7:30 and the sun's going down. It's a summer night and the fun's going down. I pick her up and she looks all dolled up, sitting passenger in my rag and Paula. Yeah, I let her know that she looks beautiful to me. The world's an ugly place, but she is such a sight to see. The kind of woman that would put up a fight for me. The kind that wants to spend
spend the summer nights with me. The temp was 80 and I'm cruising with my lady, playing some Rafi Bagan, ooh baby, baby. I see my homeboys and the cruising in the ride with their ladies sitting by their side. People think we look crazy, but I think we look classy. But then again, that's only if you ask me.
Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on drop, all the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Ain't nothing like them summer nights.
My homeboys throwing the backyard boogie, so everybody gets together to unwind, relax, and have a fun time. The DJ spinning, so I grab the mic and be like, ain't nothing like them summer nights. The party's packed with beautiful women and the gang of the homies that wanna get with them. And they'll say anything just to hit them, and it's usually a nice summer night when they did them. I don't know, it must be something in the air. Can't help but have a good time because the feeling is there. To some people, the feeling is rare. They're at the past saying, God damn, I wish I was there. To have a drink, have a token, hook up with someone fine, but the kind that looks up. Gotta keep some pisto in the cup, party until the sun comes up, but we give up.
Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on drop, all the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Like them summer nights.
Summer nights can keep a smile on your face. Gotta try to have a good time with your life, otherwise it's just a waste. Either way, I'm gonna party just in case. Like Prince party like it was 99 and 87, 88. I couldn't ask for no better weather. I'm right next to the Pacific, to be specific. The candy paint job glows under the moonlight as I close out my summer night and say goodnight. It's time to put the top up and park it, drop it, unplug the ground, roll up the windows and lock it. Fuck in the pad and fall into bed as she lays on my chest to rest her sleepy head. And we do this all night long, from dusk till dawn. But it's not quite the same when summer nights are gone. But even when they're gone, it won't be long. 8 more months and once again it's on.
Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on drop, all the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop.